invest in it, right? Well, thousands of California women have invested their time and energy into an effort at connection that's improving their physical and mental health and, well, is just plain fun. I'm joined now live by Kayla Moxley of Girls Who Hike NorCal to share how the group has changed women internally while engaging with the external beauty California has to offer. Welcome to Fox 40 News at 11.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Now, where do Girls Who Hike go, and how often do members get together and get outside?
We usually host an official hike like once a month. It was kind of put on pause during COVID, and we're hoping to get official hikes back up running this summer. But we have almost 22,000 members, and every day people are asking to go out, and they meet new people throughout the group, and it's an amazing platform to reconnect with other like-minded women.
600% growth during the pandemic. All I have to say to that is wow. Why do you think there was that kind of explosion in interest? I mean, a lot of people took to baking. Why hiking?
I think maybe just the health scare of COVID. I think people really wanted to get active, and then it was also one of those things that as soon as Governor Newsom said that hiking was an allowable activity, I think people just really took it up. They just wanted to get out of the house. They wanted to reconnect with nature, reconnect with other people, especially during the shutdown. And it's just nice reconnecting with people.
And why women? Why not just people who hike NorCal?
Well, we focus mainly on women because I think a lot of women kind of share the same thought that it's intimidating to get out in nature, maybe by yourself, or it's intimidating going to a co-ed meetup group because someone might be scared that other people hike faster or they hike longer. You always have that fear in the back of your mind that people are always going to be better than you or more advanced than you. And that's just not what Girls Who Hike is about. We're about, everyone has a place in the outdoors, everyone has a place in nature. And that's what we do, in our hiking groups. I make sure that I'm hiking with the last person. I want to make sure that everyone's having a great time. Everyone feels accepted there. So.
Acceptance, that's a great thing in or outdoors. Now, studies show more than a quarter of American women reported increased stress and anxiety and other mental health issues as the pandemic has lingered. Why do you think hitting a trail seems to help heal those issues or draw people out of that sadness?
I think it's just reconnecting with nature, being out in the sun, breathing some fresh air. I think also maybe disconnecting with media, like your screen time. I think that also really helps.
As much as the concept of connecting with other women and getting outside when other avenues of recreation were shut down may seem like a great idea, and you spoke to this a little bit, hiking, though, overall may be intimidating to a lot of people. So what are you telling folks when they're getting ready for their first hike? For beginners, you say you hike with the last person in the group. That would probably be me. What do you say to folks in terms of what they need to bring? Somebody may not have the right kind of shoes. Maybe this isn't the hike that you do in your regular tennis shoes. How are you helping people get ready?
If it's a more strenuous hike, I'm pretty upfront about it. Hey, you need some snowshoes, you need hiking poles. Usually in the description, we kind of talk about the length of the trail, the elevation gain. But most part, we usually implement the REI's 10 essentials. So it's basically coming prepared for any worst case scenario that might happen on the trail. Even on a busy trail, you never really know if you fall and twist your ankle, if you might have to spend the night out in nature for a night or something like that. Making sure that people know how to download their maps before heading out, making sure people know you leave a plan with family or friends and make sure people know where you're parked, and making sure that people know how to take care of you if something were to happen. But our group meetups are usually pretty big, so I'm pretty versatile with wilderness first aid and stuff, and so are the other admins of our group. So usually when we're out hiking, we're just kind of talking about that kind of stuff, how to familiarize yourself with leave no trace principles, how to recreate responsibly, basically.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like there are a lot of ways this group has the back of members. And before we run out of time, you must have seen some people that signed up early on during the pandemic when the shutdowns were going on, and then they're just a different kind of hiker today. What has that been like to watch?
It's amazing. Like, I love seeing people who they'll post something about like how they were super scared to join a meetup, and like they're intimidated joining up with like, 20 other women. And then they get that confidence to, branch out and maybe try a solo hike, or they'll try, like maybe a different meetup or something like that. Or they take on different challenges. There's a couple different hiking challenges throughout California. And, someone might say, hey, I want to go climb Mount Whitney soon. Like, how do I train for this? Like, that just speaks to my soul. Like, I love getting people outdoors.
Oh, so exciting. And so many people, 600% growth, so many women choosing this. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to share about Girls Who Hike NorCal.
Thank you so much for having me.